And thank you for tuning in during National Entrepreneurship Week to celebrate entrepreneurs and their investors. I'm Martha Legg Miller, Director of the SEC's Office of the Advocate for Small Business Capital Formation, and I am joined today by our Acting Chair, Allison Herren. Thank you, Chair Lee, for taking the time to share your thoughts with the public on the important topic of entrepreneurship. We will explore a different question each day this week to help highlight the importance of entrepreneurship. Our question for this first day goes to the importance of small business capital formation. Acting Chair Lee, you and I have had many conversations about small businesses. Can you share a bit about your experience with small businesses and why they matter to you?
Absolutely, and thank you, Martha. Thank you for having me today. I do have experience in the markets from actually a number of different perspectives, but from the perspective of a small business owner trying to raise capital in the private markets, also from working inside a corporate issuer, from working as a securities lawyer inside a firm, and as an enforcement lawyer at the SEC, and now in this policymaking role. And of course, I'll add in as an investor. Like most investors, most of my savings is in my retirement account, so I come at these issues, like many of us, from a number of different perspectives. But I do come from a family of small business owners, going back to my great-grandfather, who had a general store in Georgia, where my family is originally from. And as I said, I have had my own individual experience as a small business owner, including in the 1980s, a business that I started with my husband that was designed to bundle the revenue from burglar and fire alarm accounts, those monthly payments that people and businesses pay for monitoring their alarm systems. We put them into limited partnerships that would throw off cash from these monthly revenues and also provide additional services to these alarm businesses. And it was quite an eye-opening experience to see what the fundraising process looked like, although it's certainly changed a lot since the 1980s. But the basic principles of matching investors with private enterprise are the same. So I do understand the struggles of a small business owner trying to raise capital, and especially as someone who was in the middle of the country. I was in Denver, Colorado at the time, not in one of the traditional coastal hubs, as a woman, and just generally coming from outside of some of the traditional networks that might help support capital raising. So I do understand these challenges from firsthand experience, and I also know objectively the critical importance of facilitating capital formation for small and mid-sized businesses. These are the backbones of communities, and they're critical engines for innovation as well. Many of these companies are on their way to going public and bolstering public markets, so it's fundamental to our mission to help nurture capital formation for these companies, which of course also means a healthy focus on investors and their needs to ensure that they feel safe participating in these markets.
Thank you for sharing that background, and fundamental to our mission and doing it well is having depth of understanding. And I appreciate you sharing your personal story with small business today.
My pleasure. Thank you.